Hello guys, NautoAce here, and I too going to, well, not so much, give my thoughts the whole situation of, well, everybody knows by now, and that is Microsoft Studios just bought Activision Blizzard for $70 billion. So, yes, just like most people, I woke up, suddenly checked my phone, and then the first thing I saw on Twitter was Microsoft just bought Activision Blizzard. So yes, it is a big deal. It is a shocker. To some extent, my thoughts is kind of like the same as most people said, so I don't really have to. But I'm going to add some other tidbit. Plus, what does it mean for my channel to some extent? What do I mean by that? Showcasing and giving my thoughts on Activision Blizzard, but I'll talk about that later. First of all, yeah, a lot of people already said good move, not me personally. I think you gotta do what you gotta do. I wouldn't really say it's a good move, but it's a decision that to some extent makes sense. And the reason for that is, again, a lot of people already said it to some extent there. So, of course, in the past, if you know what happened to Activision Blizzard, there's a reason why I don't showcase them nor talk about them as of right now because of the controversy, mistreatment of women, a lot of things, to a point that some employees, even one, let's just say, just went super south. So it was an unfortunate, and it kind of sucked. And at the same time, for me, yes, I do like Crash, I do like Spyro, I do like Skylanders, but remember, those two, Crash and Spyro, are used to be Sony IP, but of course, there was a middle person there, Vivint Studio, and then they sold it to Activision. That's why it became multi-platform. Lately, they weren't doing any good games, then they did a remake, which are good, actually. I did play them. And Skylander, on the other hand, it is interesting for what it is, but I'm like, it is what it is there. And then throughout 2021, a lot of partnership company were pulling away. Coca-Cola from 100%, Mountain Dew, Doritos to some extent, and the latest one is Lego. They were going to do some sort of Overwatch Legos for the sequel, and they were like, yeah, we're evaluating. And then Nintendo, Sony, and of course for a while in the past, Microsoft, they were like, okay, we're gonna evaluate, should we work with a lot of this controversy. And yeah, a lot of industry, a lot of partners, they were trying to stay away from Activision Blizzard. And of course, certain key people left, and some top people, I have no idea because I don't give a shit to some extent. And the biggest one they wanted was to get rid of Bobby Kotick. But for a while, the reason they wouldn't do it because the executives were saying, well, yeah, he's kind of an asshole. Yeah, I'm going to say that. He's an asshole, but, Bobby no dick. He makes us money. So what do you do? So, profit versus integrity, morale, whatever. So that's why they were kind of hesitant. The shareholders, the investors, they did want to get rid of them. Of course, the companies were being sued by California. And it was a long process, and there was a lot of controversy. But the key one is that they want to get rid of Bobby No Dick. So, fast forward to January 18, 2022. It was announced that Microsoft bought them, and that for the time being, until the acquisition is complete, Bobby No Dick is going to be part of the Activision. He's going to be running it. I don't know how or what. Maybe they're going to keep an eye on him. But once the acquisition is complete, Phil Spencer is going to take over fully 100%. Because that's right now, he is still the one who's going to be controlling. That Bobby No Dick will be probably answering to Phil Spencer. But once it's complete, Bobby No Dick's no more. Downside to some extent, he gets a golden parachute, but it is what it is. That's what his business is. You got to compensate for it. $70 billion. So part of that $1 billion is to get rid of your assholes, including Bobby No Dick. So there you go. So, it is what it is there. So for me, it was probably a necessary thing, because if Activision Blizzard just being by themselves, independent, sooner or later, they're probably going to start losing profit. Sooner or later, all the IP is going to get tarnished because of, idiotic executive, including Bobby Nodick. So that's why. So push came to shove, they say, hey, there's a potential with this IP. We need just better people. We need a better gaming culture. Whatever. Respect of the employee, workplace, make it, again, like a good environment. You get the idea. So, yeah, but it is what it is. Kind of makes it on one side, but it is a big deal because it is going to change the gaming landscape here. So I'm going to link some video on the description box. There are a lot of people already gave their thoughts and why that's a big deal. Thoughts about that one is they got to do it. So, like I said, why? In order to protect the integrity of Activision Blizzard, to protect its IP, and to some extent maybe the people, to rescue those people from the bad workspace. Again, who knows? So for me, I'm not really sad to some extent. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm not really an Activision Blizzard fan. StarCraft, my friend likes to play those. That's probably going to be PC now. You're going to get achievements. So there you go. And then with Candy Crush and its spin-off, imagine now you're gonna get achievement playing Candy Crush. So to some extent that's cool there, I know. And a bit of a downside here is if you're a Sony fan. I mean, I'm a Sony fan, but granted, Sony right now, they're idiots, being Sony. I did a video about their policy, including the censorship. Unfortunately, to some extent, the way you see it, Microsoft now owns Crash and Spyro and its Skylanders. So a lot of people on Twitter, on Facebook already said Microsoft got the biggest mascot under their wing. They got Blinks the Time Cat, which is their pseudo Mario type platformer mascot. His games suck, but it is what it is. They got Rare with Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer. Now with Activision, Spyro and Crash. And like I said before, the reason that happened was at a time during the PlayStation 1, even so Sony owned the IP, there was a middle ground, Vivint Studio, and then they sold it to Activision. I mean, it sucks. I think somebody from Exominac was not happy about it, but again, like I said, it is what it is. It sucks, but what can you do? Business 101 there. So, like I said, thoughts about that one. They gotta do. It's gonna suck if you're not an Xbox fan, if you're a Sony, especially Spyro and Crash, because there was some far-fetched story rumor in the past that, again, I don't know if it's true or not, that Sony at one point were trying to buy back the IP for Spyro and Crash, but Activision wanted a lot of money. There was even another rumor during the Hubba Bubba with Activision Blizzard that they were going to consider selling off some of their IP, including Crash and Spyro, to Sony. Again, far-fetched rumor, no concrete proof, but there was just like a weird up-the-ass rumor there. But the bottom line is, I don't think that's the case anymore, unless Microsoft say, hey, Sony, you know what? You got this IP, we'll sell it for you for a reasonable price to some extent, pay us, and then Sony probably bite the bullet and said, sure. But as of right now, Crash and Spyro, including the Skylanders, it's owned by Microsoft there. So, again, like I said, they gotta do what they gotta do in order to protect the intellect, property, the integrity of Activision Blizzard. So it is what it is. And like I said, the minute the acquisition is done, Bobby Nodick is out the window. Rejoice, yeah, he's gonna get a golden parachute, but Alan Mighty number 9, it's better than nothing. So now the second part is the future of my channel, showcasing, giving my thoughts about it. Remember, on my previous video, I did say that even so I like Crash and Spyro, for me personally, I'm just want to show my support. Virtual signaling or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Is that once the acquisition is complete, Bobby Nodick's no longer there, and the landscape for Activision Blizzard is getting better, I might go back and consider showcasing once again anything from Activision Blizzard. But as of right now, they're still somewhere in the middle ground, but it is going to the right direction in my opinion. So, like I said, maybe in the long run, maybe late 2022 to 2023, I might start doing showcase again with Activision Blizzard. Mostly Crash and Spyro and Skylander to some extent, because they did say that the acquisition will be completed in the summer of 2023. So it'll be a while. It'll be a long while, but at least Activision Blizzard is going to the right direction. Microsoft doing that. It might not be a good move for some, but it's a move that at least it makes the majority gaming community happy. That's it. So yeah, that's my thoughts basically about Activision Blizzard getting bought by Microsoft. I mean, the in-depth, a lot of people already said it. I just agree with them. Technically, like I said, there was some rumor for Sony was trying to get the IP back of Crash and Spyro. Nothing happened. Again, far-fetched rumor. And for my channel, again, I'll consider bringing back showcasing of anything related to Crash, Spyro, and Skylander. So with that, I'll see you guys later.